Hey y'all, welcome back to Surgeon of Steel Budgets. My name is Sarah, and today is the day that I'm finally back. I'm back! We're gonna be going over why I've been MIA while we do the cash stuffing for the first week of May, so let's get into it. I have missed y'all so much. I can't even begin to explain how much I miss this. And I don't even get it. I haven't met none of y'all, but I feel so connected to each and every one of you. But so start off. I think my boyfriend said he was going to insert in kind of his own wording as to like what kind of happened and why I went MIA. So yeah.
Hey everyone, this is Justin, Sarah's boyfriend / editor, and I want to apologize for a absence in videos. It's pretty much, related to things that I had going on where, just about 3 weeks ago, my mother got suddenly very ill and basically had total organ failure, and it was about a week and a half ago now that she had passed away. And during that time, as being an editor, I wasn't able to mentally be available enough to edit Sarah's videos for her. So I want to apologize to all of the subscribers and regular viewers and let you know that we should be back on a regular schedule going forward, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
I'd like to thank you guys again for keeping all of us in your thoughts and prayers and sending me messages and, questioning where I've been kind of deal. It just really, goes to show that, you can build a family through this type of media. It definitely feels like a family. So that, I loved that, appreciate that, and I appreciate your guys' patience for waiting for me to come back. So, we're going to get started off with my change. I think that's about a week's worth. I don't know. So I haven't been, keeping track of much of anything the last, few weeks. It's been kind of a struggle to try and keep anything straight. So it's just been a day by day thing, and I'm excited to get kind of back into a little bit more of accountability because I have not been a very good girl. So we're just gonna go into it. Not the cash yet, Sarah. I haven't recorded in like a month. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, y'all. All right, so we will go into what my paycheck is for the week of May. These are the stickers I made for May. They're cute little daisies. I'm still working on my June design, but yeah. So paycheck for this week, I did do a little bit of overtime. My paycheck came out to be $1146.95, and in the month of May is when my I had a 401k loan. The reason I did that is because it's like instead of paying interest to like some sort of bank, I'm paying interest back to myself and back to my retirement basically. And so my last payment for that should have been the last week of April. So I should be bringing in like a base paycheck, no overtime, no extra tenths of an hour or anything. Should be around $975 if I did my math correctly. So that should be my new paycheck, but since I did have some overtime, I did have a little bit more, so $1146. This week is a little bit different, because my mom is coming into town on Monday, and she had said that we could work on the garden in the backyard while she's here, so I want to be able to, afford yard stuff. I mean, I just totally spaced. If you guys didn't see my community tab post, we got a puppy. Her name is Scout. I will insert in some more updated pictures over the last couple weeks of us having her. I drove 9 hours round trip That's how long it should have taken. It took me around 12 hours there and back to go get her. Had to bring our other dog Jessie with, so her longest car ride. God bless her. But they met. It was a hit. Fantastic. Brought her home, and Jessie's been smitten with Scout ever since, and so have we. So, Baber's on the other hand, she's a little indifferent. She could care less if there's another dog in the house. As long as the dog doesn't bum rush her, she's fine with it. And she's been doing very well for having multiple different dogs just randomly showing up over the last couple weeks. She's just been handling it like a champ, like my baby girl does. But, so that's another update, is that we did get a puppy, and so we completely overhauled the backyard so that it was safe for the puppy. We had a shed back there, and it was like the floor was rotted through. It was older than, I think, my boyfriend, I think he said. I think it was older. It was put in before he was born, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, my love. But it needed to go bye-bye. And so he spent a long time, a lot of hours tearing that down and hauling it to the dump and stuff and getting that all taken care of so that it was safe enough for Puppy to be around. And so now I want to start my garden. And so I wanted to use some money for that. Then we're also going to need fencing for the garden, and just, I don't know. I doubt I'm going to spend all that I allotted for it, but you never know. Whatever I don't spend on yard stuff this week will go to extra debt payments. I just didn't want to limit myself. I don't know. Things have been wild. I should probably go over what my budgeting has been for the last couple weeks. But for this cash stuffing, this week, I did 40 in fuel. Turned out to be exactly 40. I was on EE, y'all. I rolled in on fumes. It was not good. Bills gets his typical $490. My wallet gets his typical $165. $1,000 challenge is getting 30. Birthdays and holidays is getting 20, and then yard stuff. I kept yard stuff getting 400. Yard stuff, I kept the yard stuff and fuel in my account, so I took out the rest of this, which should be 705 in cash. Let's just quickly go over what I did in April for the last couple weeks. I mean, I don't have anything in here as far as what my tracking should be. So you can tell around the time that I stopped tracking it is when stuff kind of happened. But yeah, so I didn't even track any of this. It was just, I wrote down what my paychecks were, where it was going, and why. I mean, all in all, I think all in all I spent over 600 and some odd dollars for the puppy, which is a lot, mind you, but she's fixed, all her shots, all those things. So she's done and taken care of for, the $600 adoption fee is what it ended up being. Totally fine with that. And then, extra debt payments that didn't end up going to extra debt, just ended up going to the puppy, I think. I need to reconcile all of this, but at the same point, I don't want to because it's over and done with. Then the last week I did do workout room, so I'm no longer wanting to pay for our gym memberships. So I bought workout stuff to go into the basement. I got the foam pads that you can stand on and stuff, and makes it a little bit easier to do exercises on and stuff. Yeah, so did that. Majority of that money went to that. But yeah, so let's do spending. So we're going to do a budget of 30, groceries of 100, intake and exhaust is getting 25, and household is getting 10. So it's kind of what my typical is for the week, for the week. Also, May is also a magic month for me. So a magic month is whenever you get an extra paycheck in the month normal, compared to the normal, whatever your pay frequency is. So I get paid every Friday. So in the month of May, I have 5 Fridays. So I get 5 paychecks instead of the typical 4. Magic month. March was just a magic month, so pretty close to being back-to-back magic months. Pretty excited about that. But yeah, so today we'll be stuffing $705. So let's put that away. We'll get the cash out and count it and make sure that it is all there. Make sure the gang's all here. So we have 100, 50, 2, 50, 300, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So 680, 85, 90, 95, 705. So we do have all of that. And let's just get into monthly bills. We'll take this out. I did over budget for my bills. I normally do for my house bills because I budget it for like when it's the most expensive throughout the year. Mortgage doesn't change, but mortgage is getting $150, so we'll put that in there. And obviously, if you're new here, my mortgage isn't $150 a month, obviously. I wish, but since I get paid weekly, I take all my bills and divide them by 4. And then that's what I put in every week. I am a month ahead on all my bills, so I spend the next month filling this up. Then I take it all out at the end of the month when I have all of them fully funded. And I take it out, put it in the bank. Don't have to worry about bills being paid what day. The money's in each account. Don't have to worry about it, so that's nice. But I over budget on the electric because the more expensive months, which are the summer, obviously, that's when I budget for it being so expensive. So in the winter, when it's not as expensive, I have some overages. And then gas bill, I budget for when it's the most expensive, which is in the winter. So in the summer, it gets slower. So I'm constantly over budgeting, which can be nice. I can either build it as a buffer or spend it on something else. The last couple of months, I've just spent it on something else, to be straight up honest. Gas bill is getting 20. If I could get the one I need, thank you. Subscriptions gets 40, so 20 and 40. I feel so out of it, out of my zone, just because it's been so long since I've recorded. I feel like this is going to be an extremely long video, so I apologize in advance for that. Cell phone gets 15, so 10 and 5. It is currently like 6:30 in the morning and I haven't gone to bed yet and I am exhausted. So if I start talking crazy talk, it's because I haven't been to bed yet. I'm not that crazy. Just a little bit. Just piquito. Credit cards is getting 60. I think I did. Yes. I did 50 and 60 for that. If you're new around here, I try to make it so I have an even amount of 50s every week, so I don't have to count 20s with an odd 50. That's just so my brain likes it. I can count it just fine off camera, but when it comes to turning the camera on, I can't count worth a lick. My brain just ends up getting the dumb. Car payment, it's listed here as Jeep payment, gets 85, so we got 50, 70, 80, and 5. That's a crisp 50. And then utilities gets 10, which I just got the bill in the mail this morning or last night. I'm not quite sure. I got home this morning about an hour and a half ago. No, it's been an hour, I think. Only an hour. And I saw it on the table. So, finally got the bill. I think it was 82 something. But, so, that's a quarterly bill. So, I pay it every 3 months. So, I save up $10 every week. All in all, it'll work out. So, utilities now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. So, I already have 18 of an overage for that to go towards the next quarter, basically. So, I'll end up pulling that probably this go around. Nothing in extra debt payment. So, Ugh. I need to like strap this in here somewhere or something. I don't know. All right, and then we'll get $1,000 challenge. I did finish April, but I have not taken it out and taken it to the bank yet and put a fully funded slip into it. It just hasn't been a priority, I guess, which is totally fine. All right, so May, I feel like because I have the green, but I did that in March. And let's just go yellow. Yeah, let's do yellow. It seems like a fun, bright color. And you can barely see it. Yay. That's okay. I'm not too pressed about it. So we'll get a 20 and a 10 for 30. And if you're new here, how many times have I said that in this recording? This is just my way to build up a yearly $1,000 to add to my emergency fund, which, speaking of which, I don't really want to mention it, but I feel like I have to, being accountable and all. My emergency fund has, I think, maybe $100 in it, because I ended up pulling all of that to pay for Puppy, basically. Like I said, we were going to save and wait, but we could not say no to that precious little face. And once you guys see her, you'll understand, I hope. She's just a bright ray of sunshine, and we just love her so much. She's definitely been, like I said in my community post and on my Instagram, definitely the rain, the ray of sunshine on our cloudy days, especially during this hard time, and it's just been nice to have a little bit of joy, and money comes and goes, so it's just, it is what it is. We did what we did, and I'm okay with it. So we're gonna put 20 and 4th of July, because this is my birthdays and holidays binder, and this is just saving for some spending money to go on our vacation that we're going on in July. So over the 4th of July, my great grandma's turning 100, so it's gonna be a big old party. It's gonna be a great time. What I might do, swap this out for that. Yeah. I prefer to have just 20s whenever I do grocery shopping instead of having like a whole 50. So, all right. So we're just going to pop this back in there. Now it has 100 in total. And we'll slip that back in there. I did get these savings challenges from Homestead Budgets. Love her channel. Love her videos. Go check her out. All right, and then the rest should go into my wallet, I do believe. So this is hanging on by the last little itty-bitty thread that it has. So I did order a new wallet, and that should be coming in the mail soon. Spending has $2 left over, so I'm just leaving it there. And spending gets 30, so we got 20 and a 10, so now we have 32 in spending. And groceries gets 100, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. That'll be fine. I'm good with that. Wow, this one's torn. Oh well. Maybe we'll do that instead. So groceries did get 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. Intake and exhaust. I don't think I've touched it since I filmed last. I haven't pulled anything out of it, I should say. I have added to it, I just haven't pulled out of it. So, intake and exhaust is my cat's wet food and litter. So, it is getting 25. So, intake and exhaust now has 20, 40, 60, 81. 110, 15, 20, 25, and 26. So I have 126 in intake and exhaust, which works out great because I'm going to need to get some litter. She's good on wet food for right now, but the big heavy hitter as to why I haven't spent any of it is her dry food. It costs close to $80 for a 16-pound bag. Now, mind you, that 16-pound bag does last her like 3.5 months. So it's not that bad when you break it up, across that. But it does take a while for me to not spend all of the intake and exhaust money every month and kind of save up for that. So now that I have more than enough, I can get her litter and her dry food. I could probably even pick up some wet food if need be, but I think she's good for right now. And household is getting 10 to finish us off. So that will be the end of that. So this is what was left over after I paid my house bills, the ones that I over budgeted for. So it's still 130. I think there was 160, but I spent some of it. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. I can't remember if I told my boyfriend I'd give it to him for like buying the lawnmower. I have no idea, y'all. It's just been crazy, but thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for reaching out. I really appreciate y'all. And I don't know. I feel so out of sync of recording and stuff, but hopefully next week I'm better. We'll see how things go. But once again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. I feel so much more like organized now that I filmed again. So I'm hoping that will stick and I will stop this overspending and spending money that isn't budgeted, or spending money that wasn't budgeted for that, was budgeted for something else. It's just, I need to get my ish together for sure. But I hope that whenever you guys see this, you have a fantastimagical rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!